You'll never guess. The camera flipping fell apart, stopped filming. So I've already gone through a couple of phones, camera. So I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet until I get on top of my situation. So 108 burpees done, day 5, and I'm gonna do some hammer pulls, so 108 hammer pulls, and then probably get into some core work. Starting to get chilly, let's try and get this done before it's dark. Right, first 20 done. Hammer grip pulls. So where were we? Talking about basically practice. So whatever you practice, you're going to get better at, good or bad. So choose wisely. We've got options, we've got choices, we always got options. And then the choices we make, we have to stand by. If you make a choice, it's on you. If you chose to go that way, chose to do that thing, or chose not to, then that's on you. And you need to learn how to manage your engagements, choices, options, and the energy that you put into them. Like me now, trying to figure out what options, I've got a bloody list of options for exercises. What one am I going to choose? I've chosen hammer grip pulls. And then my energy, my time, and how I'm going to knock out these reps. So 20 first up. I don't know if I'll be able to maintain 5 sets of 20 and then the 8. So I'll go for another 20. And again, being prepared, so you don't, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So being prepared, but then to accept the situation and be flexible enough to change direction or adapt as necessary. So I've done 20, I'm gonna have a crack at 20 again, but might only be 15. And then I'll adapt from there. Knew it. So yeah, I didn't feel like I had an easy 20, so thought, why stress about it? Just bang out to 15, check you're still working. Yeah, and maybe the next set's going to be a 15, maybe I'm feeling better and get a 20, maybe I'm worse and get a 10. But if you break it down to 20, 15, 10 and 5, that's 20, 35, 45, 50. So that's 50. So if I do 20, 15, 10, 5, 50. So again, see how I'm planning and working it out and adapting as I go. Things change. I didn't know what reps I was going to do. Didn't know how much energy I was going to have. Didn't know what the weather was going to be like. Luckily, we got a beautiful day today. I had kids running all over the place and dealing with them. And obviously, I don't want to stop them doing anything. I want to engage, educate, play. You know what I mean? Like, they inspire me so much. They are my teachers. They are my motivation. They are my inspiration. Just the same as I am for others. And everyone is a teacher and everyone is a student. Never ever forget that. You can learn from the dumbest person on the planet, this most annoying person you know. You can learn from idiot politicians. You can learn what to do from good people. you can learn what not to do from not so good people. So everywhere you go, there's always an opportunity to learn, to adapt, to grow, and to excel, and to crush limits, and to shun the naysayers. So what are we at now? 35. I'll keep going. So that's another 15, which is 50. So already halfway there. Easy. Well, it's hard, but it's simple. I'm not trying to overcomplicate anything. Well, my tendency is to try and complicate, or not complicate, but complexify. So to make things more interesting, more challenging, especially with this stuff, right? This is why I love Cali as well, because there's so many variations and directions you can go in. Like, there is no one's the best, no one's completed it. You know, weightlifting you can complete on day one. I'm not saying it's easy, it's hard work, but it's way more simple than this. And I've even had it where all I do is train outdoors, right? I'll use stuff that's there, so I don't need to carry equipment. I can do it anywhere in the world, anytime. I can adapt to any exercise to make it easier or harder, more complex, to compound more muscle groups. And well, I had a chat with a guy here earlier, and he was quite shocked when I was telling him about muscle growth. And as I spoke about before, you know, someone tried to tell me, "Why, mate?" Someone tried to tell me you can't build muscle with Cali. So I decided just to rest and continue with my lifestyle as exactly the same, except I rested more, which then depleted my endorphins and other happy chemicals and dopamine and all that, which I need. And then because of that, I started to become more depressed or slow or losing momentum, enthusiasm. And then just thinking, well, why bother? I've had 2-3 days off, may as well have 4, 5, 6. So I managed to like get done what I needed to get done, but it wasn't the style for me. And a lot of people don't understand this. You can build muscle, but when you're training, you're not building muscle. A lot of people don't understand the science behind it. When you're training, you're ripping the muscle, you're tearing it, you're destroying it, you're pulverizing it. And then once you get to the point where you can't lift, so you get to failure, again, failure is a good thing. You get to the point where you've done X amount of reps or sets or whatever you want to do. And for me, like, I like farmer reps, just go do the stuff, get it in. I'm not competing. I'm not, you know, unless there's a disabled calisthenics league, then, you know what I mean? So you destroy the muscle when you're training, and then it needs to recover. So when you rest, that's when it's recovering. It needs protein to recover the muscle, and then it absorbs all the like sugar shit, basically. So like the carbs and whatever breaks down, the glycogen, scientific blah blah. And then that's what pumps the muscle. So the muscle is pretty much water weight, you know, and that's why I like to keep it tight. So I like to not having days off to recover and blow up muscle size, because I don't see any point in that. It's irrelevant to me. And then to train every day roughly for my mind state, so I feel good confidence. Plus it's my social life, so I'm connecting, and while I'm connecting and socializing, I'm either educating or learning. So everyone's winning. Then you've got, so the food as well, like you need to eat a lot of protein, but you also need a bunch of carbs as well for energy, because if you're burning the muscle and recovering, that takes energy. So you need to recover, you need the protein, but to build the size, you need the carbs and the sugars and stuff. So then over that recovery period, which is about say somewhere between like 2 and 4 days. So say about 3 days off is, you know, good for recovery. But again, if you're training and you're blitzing the muscle, hold on, yeah, we're good. If you're blitzing the muscle to failure, well, once the muscle's failed, it's failed. You don't really need to keep going and doing more sets and reps and sets and reps. And, you know, there's so many governing bodies, like the higher ups from the people in power that are lying to us. And then you've got like sports, health and fitness and sports communities and organizations that are, you know, there's an element or a portion of lies in there. And then you've got all these fucking influencers and all this bollocks. Like, I ain't trying to build a channel and make money. I ain't trying to have 1 billion followers. I would rather have like 5 followers that were engaging with me, that were connecting, that were communicating with each other, pushing each other, you know, real meaningful impact, real community. I don't chase money. I don't chase status and fame. I don't need it. I don't see the value that it gives me. And ultimately, status, fame, fortune, you know, all this stuff, that doesn't give anyone any value. It's like art. It's like the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So you might like something, no, I don't. So if those people think that gives them power, they're deluded. Well, I mean, power and money kind of go hand in hand. But if they think that gives them any value as a human, they are incorrect. Other people who are watching them place value in them, and then these other people idolize them and imitate and want to grow to be more like them. And this is a problem we have in today's world, where there's certain people that are inexperienced and think they know stuff because either they have a qualification or they've done one thing once, or they're money motivated. And there's nothing wrong with being money motivated, it's fine, but money is nothing, it's just made up. So focus on your health first. Like, you know, what I ask people I coach, first up, do you want to be rich and famous or alive? Pick. You can be both, but pick one first and then focus on that one first. Because the money and the fortunes and the fame and all that can go the next day. It can also get you in a lot more trouble. It can also put a lot more pressure on that you don't need. But if you look after yourself and you become amazing as a human, as a high-grade human, then other people will gravitate to you and want to know you, and then you can share with them and connect with them, and then you build a family, a community. You know, I've got places all over the world I can go and stay because people invite me, because they know what I'm like. They know how I come with respect. I'll leave the place and the person better than I found them. You know, I come with just goodness, like just being a good human. And I've done bad things in my past. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. I've done bad things in my past. I've done stupid things in my past. I've fucked up a lot. I've zigged when I should have zagged. I've fallen apart. I've been a mess. I've been on top of the world. I've had, you know, I've had great times, amazing times. I've been blessed enough to stay alive, stay out of jail, travel the world. You know, I've been blessed with so much, but I've also made a lot of mistakes. And then when I got into reflecting on my life, that's when I started to actually really take note and look at, oh, you done this, that wasn't that good. What could you have done better? Or this person you done bad, right? Go and find that person and make amends to them. And to me, an apology is not good enough. It has to be action. So you can say sorry to me, but I don't know if you mean it. So by you changing your ways and behaving a certain way and implementing certain things and avoiding certain things, that's how I know you're sorry. And that's genuine. So you don't need the words, you need the actions. Talking of actions, tightening up, man. 20. So that's like 70.